Hello, 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 hello. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be drawing today. I'm gonna be doing some art today. Art time today. Oh. We'll be doing some art time today. I'm gonna be drawing. Gonna be a good time. And yeah, we're gonna have a relatively chill time today. My head is kind of hurting, so we don't know. We'll see if, you know, we'll see how I feel with that. I have my stream avatars on again. I finally got that program back. Yeah. Finally got that programmed again. So, we're gonna make our boy. A hot man. But first I need to get mixed it up on. You gotta mix it up on. That's a sneeze. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Just changing up all my good stuff. All my awesome stuff. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a good day, though. We're gonna have a good day today. Yeah, we're gonna have a good day today. We're gonna do some art. We're gonna do some drawing. I'm just trying to... We're gonna do all this. This is kind of how I start my sketches. So we're gonna... You kind of... I'm like looking at photos right now. So, that nose part goes up like that. There we go. I normally do like a small first sketch. It goes like that. And I've been trying out some new ways to draw lately too. His bangs were actually up here. There we go. Yeah. I'm just first trying to get the base of it done. The base portion of it done, you know? This first you know. There we go. Here we go. There we go. And then this is how I normally start my drawings. Is actually doing it really loosely, a really loose sketch. And then that's when I start really putting emphasis in. Stop right there. There we go. Hello, how are you doing? We're having a good, relaxed day, Sunday today. Having a good, relaxed Sunday today. I know everybody should have a good, relaxed Sunday. We are making arguably with me, the hottest dude in Genshin, which is Kaya. Kaya's the hottest dude in Genshin. Believe it or not. It's a fact. It's a fact. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good Sunday. A good Sunday so far. Exactly that. I wanted to draw more dudes because I need the practice. So exactly. So to get more of, the stuff in, you gotta go and do it more. You gotta practice more. So it's kind of a thing. It's like, yeah, we gotta to go in and do more of it. You gotta practice more. So I start very loose. Loose. And then it'll go down. And then hello. So we start loose and then, get like the basic shapes down. And then this is when we can go and start with a sketch/line work. So loose kind of composition kind of dealio there. So that's what's going on there. Now we will do our line pin. So I normally look at like what's going on with my art, and I go and I'm like, okay, this is where a lot of it is going. So first of all, I like to start like in an area where there's some more, I like to start in the middle area. Let's see here. And sometimes it's okay to go and like add some lineage, but you know that you're going to go and get rid of it later. Right here, kind of like a shadowy area. That's why I'm like trying to sculpt it a little bit. There we go. And then and I'm just doing sketches right now. There we go. And a little. I'm just like looking at this. There you go. And I might, like, as you see, like, some of these, I'm like, that's normally when I'm, like, drawing, I'm just, like, looking for, like, areas that it just makes some sense. So, like, here, like, I'm just trying to go and, like, figure this out. Like, right here, I feel like it's too big. And the thing is that I could go and manipulate this and also figure that out too. Like this nose part. Then also we have liquefy too. So. There we go. Liquefy it. There you go. go. There we go. Hello, hello. R8 for real? Thanks. We're just getting started, actually. We're just getting started, actually. So we're in the starting phases of it. So it's not even, we're not even close for it to be eating. There you go. I am just slowly but surely trying to build up my sketch. I've been trying to like do a new, different way of drawing and doing kind of like my art stuff drawing. So it is a little rough, but it's getting there. So if you want a nice relaxing time this Sunday, yeah, just hang out. Just hang out. I'm just doing some art today. Nothing super exciting. I did add my stream avatars back onto my page, so that should be a little bit more interactive. A little bit more interactive on my stream. I know, it's definitely more of a, I know that was like an interactivity thing. I was just like, ooh, I want more of that. Let's see here, there we go. And then it goes up here. This is me more trying to figure this out, you know? So, the nose kind of goes like this with the shadow. That's why I'm like looking at the shadows of this. I'm looking at the shadows of this, of this reference image instead. Because it kind of helps a little bit versus that kind of stuff. Hello, how are you doing? Don't worry, don't worry. I'm glad that you have popped in to say hi. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day. I know it's a little bit, we have a little of a kind of a chiller stream today. Yeah, I know the other stream was actually pretty chill, but this one's even more chill. So yeah, we are making some art today. There we go. There we go. Cool. There we go. That looks way better. I can already tell that looks way better. And I know that I'm going to also, we will work on some other portions of this. So I don't really like to go and put some of the cast shadow in, like underneath the neck like this anyways. Okay, that looks way better. That's making me happier because I was like, some of the stuff on here, I was like, oh, it kind of looked weird, but no, that's looking way better. That looks way better. Way better. Hello, hello. I work in retail and here's hoping to an easy shift. Ew. I remember the retail grind. The retail grind sucks. My boyfriend's in retail right now too, so it's understandable. It's understandable. I'm glad that I escaped the retail grind, not gonna lie. But, yeah, it sucks. Good luck. Good luck, for sure. I know I'm a teacher, so, like, my day doesn't start until, like, 6:30 tomorrow, or actually 7 o'clock tomorrow. I kind of, like, go and definitely I'm, like, doing all of that. Like, I wake up at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but... And then I also have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, too, which is kind of also a big thing. It's like, I salute him. I can't imagine what you deal with as a teacher. Yeah, it's teaching is almost like retail. Except I deal with teenagers. So I deal with some teenagers. They're kind of in a time where they're working towards their they're working on before midterm stuff, so I'm like really pushing them and stuff, and they're all like hating me right now. They're hating me, but you know what, it's okay. I knew that they were gonna hate me right now, just as long as that they can go in and do well in their midterm. I'm cool with it, you know. I do have some kids who like me anyways, though, so here we go. Here we go. Oh. So I get the retail grind. I used to work for Lowe's here in the US. So that, you know, I worked home I actually worked in the homeware. I was part of their internet fulfillment for a while, and then I also did yeah, Toastkit. Oh, this listener has to go and make some people happy. Catch you later. Exactly. See you. Yeah, I actually was I worked in tools and hardware for quite a bit. And I also worked in product pickup, which was the internet fulfillment. And then I also worked in their merchandising team. So I get it. I get so much of that stuff. Guys, it be like that, guys. Sometimes you have to go and do the retail grind for a bit before you figure out what you want to do. So I'm doing great though. Again, it is just the teaching. The teaching, like this Friday, I totally crashed out. And so I've been like tired all this Friday, but I'm doing way better today. Like, and I'm just like, oh yeah, they're just gonna hate me they're just gonna hate me the other few days. It's all good. It's all good. I'm like, sweet, awesome. But it is their fault, because some of them, it's like, how do you get a certain score in my class? I don't understand. I don't understand, folks. So it's kind of like one of those moments of, yeah, it's like, you really kind of, some of them, like, you kind of really deserve your grade. Other ones, I'm like, yeah, I understand. So, but it's a brow bone. Hello! Get the bunks. I hope you're doing good. Whoever bonked me. There you go. But yes, we are making Kaya today because he is the hottest man in Genshin. He is the hottest man in Genshin, and no one can tell me otherwise. No one can go and explain to me other than Toma. Toma is also. Toma's the second. Is another hot man. They're the hottest men. I have proven this as a fact. This is a complete and total fact. But hello, how are you doing? We are doing great today. I am practicing, guys, by drawing, because that's the best way to do your practice. Don't tell anyone. If anyone else tells you otherwise, then they are lying. Just do it. Just do it. Make your dreams a reality. Just do it. So it is one of those moments of I am making Kaya. I'm doing this as a color sketch. I'm kind of trying to change how I do some stuff when it comes to my art. I mean, it's a good thing to change up your art sometimes. Like, mine is more of a I want to make it easier for me to draw, you know? So it's kind of a little thing there. Hello, thank you. We're not even to the good stuff. We're not even to the juicy parts yet. I just did the base sketch. So I've been drawing for quite a bit though, and it's, you know, I'm in a growing phase. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna tell everybody. Like, I'm in a growing phase, and growing phases are great. Growing phases, you know, sometimes your art looks like you are looking at stuff and you're like it looks ugly. You're a Yanma. I love the Pokemon ones. I'm like, especially as I continue, so I'm actually working already on this. It's like a 30 days of Pokemon drawing stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm doing stuff for Pokemon Day already because Pokemon Day happens on the 27th, and it literally is I'm so excited for it. It's 30 years. So 30 years of Pokemon, so 30 days of Pokemon. And so I kind of felt like it was destined to go and do this. So I was destined for the 30 days of Pokemon thing. So I'm really having a fun time with it. I'm really having a fantastic time, working already on it. And, I've already noticed, my stuff has changed, too, on that. And I, go from, one style to, another. And, I mean, that's, again, I'm in growing phases. I'm in a growing phase where I am doing all this stuff. You can actually change your Pokemon on Twitch. I have a little Twitch thing. I have more Pokemon, and I have, you know, other things like that. So if you're like, oh, I want a different Pokemon, you are more than welcome to change it. It's all good. It kind of auto does it. So there it goes. Kind of goes and sweeps. It sweeps. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. We are making the hottest guy in Genshin right now. If you agree, we totally understand if you agree. You're in good company if you agree. So. So I'm like over here, just like, yes. But again, I'm going through growing phases right now in my art. Even as like doing art professionally as a teacher. On your Instagram, someone said you should not stalk him. You should personally tag AKA the good wingman. Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to say, I totally go and I'm like, yes, I stalk people. Y'all, this is how I met my boyfriend. I totally stalked him. Around on Gaia Online. Yes. Hello, designer. Hello. I hope you are having a good time. I hope you stick with us right now as we do some drawing today. So we're doing some Kaya today. Yes. Hi, I'm the wingman. Oh, nice. I'm so happy that you came on to stream. OMGs. Thank you. Yeah, we are working on Kaya today from Genshin Impact. Now, this one was a request, but it was a good request because number one, I love Kaya. But number two, this friend of mine who is 11th Legacy, they have been like really behind me. Don't tell 11th, but I might actually look into making them a mod on my channel because they've just been so supportive lately. They also just have been like it was a good friend of mine, a good friend. So, you know, being a good community member, I'm like, I reward. They also have been like really supportive and really like, so I'm a teacher IRL, and I will admit to you guys, my kiddos, my school kiddos have found my accounts. So I'm like, oh shit. But it's not a bad thing. Most of my content is pretty PG, honestly. Aside from the occasional cursing. Okay, so I love Finnison and I love Palafin. So I will tell you. Okay, so I'm 35 years old. I've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue. I still have my yellow. My friend introduced me to Pokemon when they at a. I remember this too. My best friend, one of my best friends from childhood, introduced me to Pokemon at a sleepover school event. And so I played Pokemon. I was like, "Oh, this is cute." And so I got into it through that. I didn't really like the anime. I actually was more of a Digimon fan on the anime. So I wasn't like so obsessed with there. But like I always wanted a dolphin Pokemon. So when we finally got our dolphin Pokemon, guess who got re-obsessed? This girl right here. I loved my favorite before that was Lapras. And then I was really obsessed with Rockruff and Yamper. I do love Growlithe too, because doggos. I love doggos. So I was very much a doggo Pokemon fan, and and then Palafin came out, and I was like, my 10-year-old self is so excited about this stupid dolphin coming out. You guys don't even believe. It is like I am like the dolphin Pokemon. I'm like actual dolphins finally. And so I was so excited. I used to live in areas in the US on the coast, so I would get to see dolphins all the time. So I was very much like that. Rockruff is so cute. Rockruff is so cute. I had a wolf. I had like a Malamute when I was little. So I really love Lycanroc. But Rockruff just is that little puppy that you just want to go and cuddle with, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, is it, and it's kind of like one of those dogs. It's like definitely a doggo that it's just like you find at the pound. And so it kind of reminded me Rockruff and Yamper. Like if Rockruff and Yamper went and mixed breeded together, that would have been my most recent dog I had. She was just so derpy. She's just so derpy. And so I was very excited about Yamper. Not gonna lie, Yamper was like one of my favorites for a long time when it came out. I was just like, I love this derpy ass dog, because I had a corgi mix. I had a corgi mix. So she was a lab corgi, and she looked like she was so food crazy. Like, and it was practically, it's also because of her medications too, because she was also epileptic. But yeah, the food crazy, she would be a food crazy Yamper. And so I loved her. Rockruff reminded me of my first doggo. And so my first doggo, she was a Malamute German Shepherd. And so she was just so pretty. So it kind of reminds me of that. Greninja and Groudon. Oh, Greninja deck for nearly a year now. That makes sense though. Like, some people, they get really attached to like their Pokemon that they get from TCG and stuff like that. Like, I remember my first TCG card. My first TCG card was actually my first holo was actually Raichu. I had a fossil Raichu, like a first edition fossil Raichu. Like, that was one of my first ever Pokemon cards. I love that thing. I love Raichu because of it. Raichu is one of my favorites because of it. Yeah, I don't even like Pikachu. I like Raichu. So it's kind of funny that, like, you say TCG, and I'm just like, yes. My boyfriend played a little bit, my boyfriend wants to get into TCG quite a bit, because he, like, we had in North Carolina, where I'm at, we actually had the champion, like the Pokemon, the ones that the whole thing with the Pokemon, oh my gosh, it's the world, it's like the world thing. And so they came in and they did like the actual game, and then they did the trading card game. I think my boyfriend wants to get into the trading card game, but it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, so I applaud you for getting into it. But I think that he really wants to get into it anyways. And I'm like, and I'm over here, I'm supportive girlfriend, and I'm like, if you want to get into it, get into it. I'm like, go for it. I kind of feel now because I got started shift to a Zoroark deck, and 3 days ago I got a Zora plushie. Exactly. So like, you sometimes like you get into a certain Pokemon because of their decks, or you get into it because you just vibe with them. Like, his favorites are actually Riolu and Lucario. And yeah, it's just like, I just find stuff for him, and I'm just like, here's Riolu and Lucario stuff. Yeah, just like, if I find Palafin stuff, he's just like, here's Palafin. Zora's a cutie for real. Exactly. I do like the Hisuian Zora, because it looks like a nine-tail fox. And so, my character in D&D actually is a kitsune. So it's kind of like, ooh, I like that one. Because it does look like a kitsune, because Yeah, I am. That's my D&D character right now. She's the Kitsune. That's on my Instagram. So, why yes. It's so sometimes you get into it because of like life things, and I'm just like, yeah, like everyone's like, yeah, Hisui and Zora, yeah, mm-hmm. But yeah, I would put that with her if she had a Pokemon. Either that and also the ice. I love the ice Vulpix. I love that Vulpix. Just so cute, so cute. So I very much was like a. So I actually became more of a Pokemon fan as I got older. As I got older, it's just like again, Digimon like fell out. Like the last Digimon I really liked was Tamers. But again, I've always liked the Pokemon games. So I've always liked the Pokemon games. So that's always been a good thing for me in particular. And it's funny because my kids in class, they're all Pokemon fans too. So I will go and ask them, it's like, hey, what's your favorite Pokemon and stuff. And actually you can find out somebody's personality really easily by which Pokemon that they like. And so it's like, what's your taste and stuff? So I definitely go and ask my kiddos that question. And they don't realize I'm analyzing their personality at the same time when I do that. So they don't realize that I'm analyzing. Oh my goodness. Thank you for throwing things. Hello, how are you doing, Reaper? We are making the hottest guy in Genshin. Going to be for realsies with you guys. Going to be so for realsies with you guys. I'm doing well. How about you? Wait, a little bit more energetic than yesterday. I did sleep for quite a bit, but I'm doing way better right now. And I'm having some allergy issues, not gonna lie, but it's okay. I always have allergy issues. I always have health issues in general, guys. So like, if you're just like, oh, yeah, don't worry. It be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes with me. But I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so it's hopefully to... I have a lot of migraine issues, and so hopefully I'm trying to get some answers about my migraines, actually. Because it's been a little annoying. I have a lot of friends and stuff who are kind of worried about it. Friends, family, that sort of thing, who are worried about it. So it's to go and, you know, help them on, like, ease their mind, but also to make myself better too. So it is a little bit of both there. Let's see here. I'm trying to see how I could go and push some stuff in. I feel like his head was too wide. It's too wide. So that's why I'm like over here, just like, oh no. That's 15. It's like too wide, so okay. That probably feels better. VMR, I can change it whenever you want. Well, if you go down into my About Me boxes, you can actually change it there. I totally, if you're like, I don't want Emma, you can change it. It's no biggie. Okay, there we go. That looks better. I was just like, ooh, that's a little off. But his face looks really long now, so. Actually, we're gonna do it this way. Now. There we go. That looks better. There we go, there we go. And then, yeah. So, I'm using Liquify to go and stretch and all that stuff. Hello, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in quite a bit. But I would say, I know that you probably have been busy though. You normally are. I hope you're doing good though. Man, I love Kaya, exactly. You stream it every Saturday and Sunday. I try to. I honestly try to. Because I've been trying to make a consistent schedule. If I don't have like a consistent schedule with this, it's probably because I have something going on either Saturday or Sunday that I gotta go and do. But I've been mostly streaming Saturdays and Sundays. I at least try to stream 2 days every week, at least. And that's just because I know that this will help me grow a bit more. I haven't been very good with consistency lately. So, you know, I'm trying to be more consistent, more of, you know, doing more of that sort of thing because, man, the consistency with me has been kind of really bad lately. It's been bad. I mean, once you find out that I'm a full-time teacher at 3 a.m. so I'm watching the VODs of it, that's fine. And that's why I have the VODs. That's why I have the VODs. It's because definitely that. Yesterday I thought I was gonna stream earlier, but apparently I wasn't because I wasn't feeling good. So I was definitely, recovering. Bruh, I had a week. I had a week. There we go. That looks good. That's starting to look way better. I'm just like, oh. Yeah. So, I try to keep it the same times, but if I don't, I normally post it on Twitter and because I get up at 3:30 in the morning tomorrow to get to work. Just want to make sure I turn it on your stream. It's okay. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, definitely. I try. Because my job is a little unpredictable sometimes. Well, it's predictable, but also unpredictable. And my health is unpredictable. That's more of the question. I try to do at least two streams a week. And that's just because you know, it's one of those things like I'm trying to get into the more consistency kind of flow again, especially during the summer. I want to try to stream more during the summer or try to do more during the summer for sure. So is kind of a thing. How unemployed I am. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I have like all, I'll tell you, I have like all types of people here when it comes to my stream. I have young people, old people, employed people, unemployed people. It's everything. It's everything. So yeah, I know with my job though. I come in with stories. I come in strong with stories, folks. I also have kiddos that come in too. They go and they're like, Missy, what you, like, what did you do? It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my god, I try to get away from you guys. This is what I do to try to get away from you guys, and you guys come in. But yeah, we try. I'm trying to do some more of this EM. But I was never I was never started as a teacher. So if you guys are probably like, oh my goodness, how did you become one? Or I never started as a teacher, folks. I actually started in marketing. I did major events around my area, including anime conventions. And then I got burned out, like all people do. Changed my major, or got another degree. Ended up in museum work. Had to quit because I had to go home because my parents are having some health issues. Which actually right now my dad is having a little bit more health issues than what would normally be normal. So my mom's freaking out. It is what it is. My mom's freaking out. So I decided to come closer to home. I could have stayed up where I was. The teacher was a VTuber would be a good novel, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, definitely. Write that light novel. But also there's like a thing in Japan right now that they're trying to make VTubers they're trying to make teachers into VTubers. And I'm just like, bruh, sign me the fuck up. I was like, sign me the fuck up because I'm already doing it. They're like looking for teachers and stuff. Yeah, he's having some kidney issues. So it's kind of, you know, my mom is freaking out about it. My dad's just like, whatever. But I know it's bothering him too. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why he retired, was his health issues. So I'm kind of taking it in stride right now. I'm trying to be, you know, as supportive as possible with both of them. Try to, you know, be all good. But, you know, we're here, we're living. Sign me up, Goth Mommy teacher class, please. I know, right? I was just like, oh my gosh, like what are we even doing here anymore, guys? But I sat there and I was just like, that's so funny. It's like I'm already halfway there. Now I just need to go and get employed by it's like for the Japanese government too. I'm just like, please, Japanese government, make me into a teacher VTuber for you. It's like, I'll do it. I'll do it. Can I get employed and work from home, please? Like, I sat there and I went, I want to work from home. I want to be a virtual teacher. I'll teach English. That's one of the things that they were asking for is they're asking math, I think science, and math, science, and English. And I was just like, I'll teach English. I was an ELA teacher. Um, yeah, it was so funny though. I just sat there and like, I was an ELA teacher. Yeah, I could easy. I actually was 11th grade ELA, so I was English language arts 11th grade. So I actually got to teach. So I taught a lot of the juniors at one of the schools. Actually, it was my school that I graduated from. If there's a thing that you need to understand Japanese too. Yeah, I mean, I remember taking Japanese, and I probably, if I got myself in there again, I probably could go and understand Japanese again. Um, Doing the actual test though for Japanese is kind of a pain in the ass. Like your certification tests are a pain in the ass. So, and right now, I personally like the school that I'm at. The school that I'm at, comparison and the programs that I'm in, comparison to an art program that I would be in, because I'm actually getting myself certified in, so from middle school and high school art. The thing is that when it comes to my program that I'm teaching, I teach classes. I teach 3D modeling and animation. I also teach game art and design, which I'm like one of 3 teachers who teach in the state. I also teach. So I'm already in I'm already in a crazy program like that, which is, I'm basically making my own curriculum, which is even better. The other one is that I teach Adobe visual graphic arts. And so the thing is with my programs, which are even better than like some of the other groups, is that I actually have an unlimited budget, which is number one, amazing. You don't hear that from teachers. Unlimited, like, I literally I can go and ask for things and they'll give it to me. I don't have to pay out of pocket or anything, which is insane because a lot of teachers pay so much out of pocket. Like art teachers, they pay so much out of pocket, that sort of thing. I am in such a good spot in my teaching program and with my teaching stuff that I can go and really experiment with things. Like I experiment with 3D printing. Who can say what art teacher can say that they have like 3D printing popped into their curriculum? Not many. And they're industrial 3D prints, like 3D printers, so it's even better. I'm like, so I have like a 3D printing thing right there, and so it's really good. I basically got out of a very toxic work environment. Thankfully, I'm in a better position now. Exactly. Like I'll tell you, the other school that I was at was kind of toxic too. Especially when it came to, like, we were talking about, one of the things that was super toxic was, it was about, like, budgeting and stuff, because I was teaching art at that time, and they cut our budgets in literally in half on that one, and I couldn't go, and I was telling them, I'm like, look, if you want me to teach both visual media, which visual arts, which is, the painting, drawing, that sort of thing, and have like a good curriculum there, and like actually do things with that, and teach Photoshop and media arts, you're going to have to go, and like people are going to have to go and give up supplies. They're going to have to give up, I actually need a room to go and do this in, because what was going on was they put me in a room full of computers, and they expected, and it was like half the size of the room I have right now, and they expected me to teach painting around all of these major computers, and you know, that is crazy. That is super crazy. So like, it was stressing me the fuck out, and I was like telling them, like, I was like, look, I need like permission for you to go and let me do this. I need permission to go and have like an extra room or do something like that, or move rooms. And they never gave me permission. And I was like, look, and then they cut my budget there too, because they were like, okay, they expected me to go and like get cameras and stuff, but I couldn't get cameras because I was focused on like, it's like, look, I need to go and get paints, I need to go get this, I need to go get that. And they were just like, no, you don't need to do that. I'm like, bruh, I do need to do that, because like, even though I'm doing this one, you're giving me 2 preps, and it was just so bad. It's just so fucking toxic. And then like, yeah, it was just so effing bad. Like, yeah, and they all relocated the budget to a break room or something that isn't in the best interest of the kiddos. Sports. It's totally sports. So it was through, you know, because it was a huge sports school, which is, you know, crazy. And they wanted to go, and what the thing was is that they had a good, strong art program. They wanted to go and make an even stronger art program. But the thing was is that, you know, if you go and relocate all the stuff for sports and stuff, yeah, break room is crazy, because like, literally, they didn't even have those. And so, so literally I was like over here just like, are you kidding me on this? And so, you know, I was like stressing out. I was really like, I would get sick so often. It was a little insane how sick I got. I actually had to go during that period of time. I also had surgery because I literally my gallbladder decided it didn't want to go and work anymore during the thing. And during my school year, that was like second semester. And so it was like right when all of this bullshit was starting to happen. And I mean, I wanted to stay with that school. It was like, okay, I'll stay with you guys if you want me to. But then like they totally ghosted me about my contract and stuff, and I was just like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. And so yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm now no longer in that school district, which is great. I'm in the much better school district, which is great. So yeah, I get sick and stuff still. And I have been, people have been a lot better though. Like, they've been a lot more, a lot better about everything. I honestly didn't think that I was going to go back into teaching after that, that one group, because I was just like, they were just super toxic at some point. It was funny because I ended up finding out that like half the teachers quit on that end. Like, only like the quote-unquote mean girl group of the teachers stayed. So, but I'm like doing way better now. It's just like, yeah, it was just so crazy. Sounds like Texan school, not gonna lie. Oh, well, I'm in the South, so you know, it kind of be like that sometimes in the South. Yeah, they had like a good, unfortunately they had a good football program, and so they treated all their football people, you know, like gold. But like, that was all that they had going for them, because literally other groups of kids and stuff, they would, like, if other groups of kids did something, they, like, literally, like, they would get punished. But the football players, they would, they would get babied. So, like, the only time I really baby, like, my football players is if, they end up, like, or sports people, is if they get, like, a concussion. And I'm just like, okay, so you got a concussion, I'm gonna have you do this instead. And then and most of the time they're like, okay, you're actually really cool about this. I'm like, yeah, it's because I've had one before. And they look at me and they're like, what? I'm like, it was like, I'm not even a sports person. I've had concussion, so it sucks. But like, so it's like the empathy there. But like when it comes to like other kiddos though, I just sat there and I was like, yeah, this is sucky for you guys, especially my LGBT ones. My LGBT ones got into a lot of trouble. It's just like, yeah, unrated, heartbreaking to go obviously about teachers badly treated in some places. Yeah, like I know, right now, like my state is one of the worst for paying teachers. Like it's just bad right now. Um, they've been in a freeze for quite a long time. So it's just for everybody. It's not even for just for coaches and stuff like that too. Like coaches have those issues too. It was for everybody. So I know it's kind of bad right now just for teachers in general. The crash outs from kids are even worse though. So I literally have gone to the point where like I'm like, yeah, this is sometimes super duper ridiculous. Like, I come with stories, man. I had a hallway at my old school. Not this one, not this one, because this one is way better. My old school though, I was in a hallway that every single day I had a fight that I had to break up, and so yeah, I was literally breaking up fights, and again, it was a little crazy to have to do that because yeah, that's not even in my job description. Yeah, breaking up fight. And so when I went back to this different school, I was like, okay, so how many fights do you guys have? Like, literally, that was one of my first questions. And they kind of like looked at me and laughed because they were just like, and they do this sometimes too still with me, because I'm literally just like over here, I'm still kind of in a culture shock. And I've told them this too. I'm like, guys, I'm in culture shock right now. I'm used to being shat on, especially when it comes to different things like this. And they just start laughing. They're like, it's okay, Bonnie. Yeah, you're fine. So so I just sit there and I'm like, sometimes like yeah, unlimited budget was like made my jaw drop. I literally was just like, they told me that. I couldn't believe it still. I asked them how am I gonna get like my school supplies, because my old school, when it came to my supplies, they never ordered my supplies. I literally was waiting for. I only had supplies second semester that I had to go, I had supplies like I had my supplies when I started the school year the next year. But like I didn't have supplies at all starting that one school year, because all the teachers, when the old teacher left, they ended up going and basically raping the entire supply closet in her room. So I basically, yeah, great. So I basically went and I had no supplies my first half semester I was there, because I came in very late. And so I had to make do with what I could. And so I was, number one, I was pissed, but number two, like, I was just like, okay, whatever, I'll deal with this. Ended up getting like beginner teacher of the year for that, because, I should get beginner teacher for the year for coming in mid-year, mid-semester, and, essentially doing that. He crashes out, it's like a war started. Exactly. So I sat there and I was like, you know what? We're not gonna deal with this year. And so I tried to do that. My first year was fine, and then it was like that with the budget cut, and I was just like, and also honestly, also I was asking too about like, are there gonna be teachers cut from our department? Blah blah blah. There was teachers cut from our department, but it was like the newer teachers. I knew I was up for the cut too because I was a newer teacher, and they were just like, yeah, you're not gonna get cut. You're not gonna get cut, and then I got cut. And, you know, I felt some sort of way. I was just like, yeah, no, F you guys, blah, 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 blah. Um, and so, I was really mad about it. I was glad that I packed up all the stuff that I could already. So you know, I didn't have, I could get most of my stuff in. But yeah, it was kind of like, I was kind of like, yeah, it is not going well. Oh no. Oh no. I feel this. So I did work. I ended up working for Google. Oh, okay, so I'm glad I'm in the place I'm at now. It's just like, I'm just like, they have given me, you know, they're way better to me. I'm actually back kind of where where I used to live. So I actually got nominated. I'm in the nominations for Beginner Teacher of the Year again, which I'm like, what? I'm kind of like, what on that? But we'll see if I get it. It's like, there's a lot of the thing is that it kind of is a voting contest on that one for everybody, and like it's not just department based, so we'll see how that goes. If I get it, great. If not, that's okay too. I have like 2 other years to go and possibly get it, and be like, hell yeah, I got Beginner Teacher of the Year. What are you doing with your life? um so I'm kind of like in that I'm in that mode right now. And I've been really sick, too, so I've been like really kind of, you know, dealing with that, and I would rather deal with trying to get myself better than going and, you know, dealing with all that stuff, so dealing with the pressure. And I've already told myself that too. I'm just like, I rather do that and not like deal with pressure. But a lot of people are really supporting me. I'm like, hey, at least somebody nominated me. I'm like, damn, okay. Somebody thinks I'm doing shit right. So that's something that makes me feel good. I'm like the only one of the new group that got it. So I was just like, oh shit, at least I'm doing something right here. So that's makes me feel good. And yeah, we're slowly but surely trying to, you know, get better. I literally was just like, I'm trying to get better here. Because I know that I will get, if I get better, I will definitely succeed. So we are doing all of this. This is probably the longest part, actually, is getting all of this together. And then I'll probably block out and do all the stuff with it. So I'm in a much better environment. It's much better now. My Google experience was kind of crazy too. Like, I did not like them. Um, that was really toxic too. It was it was an online thing, and it was fine at the very beginning, but then they got like hella toxic, and I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here for my own sanity. So yeah, and they were toxic at like I could see signs. Like if like the employer is like totally going and they were totally going and like what's that word? What's the word? They're stringing me along, essentially. They're stringing me along. They were solely stringing me along throughout the hiring process that I sat there and I was like ready to not take the job. I took the job because I was desperate for money. I was desperate. It was I needed to pay my house, all that kind of stuff. The thing was that they underpaid me so badly. And so I sat there and I was like, look, like I actually negotiated a higher pay because they promised me one thing and they weren't going to give it to me, and I was like, yeah, no, fuck that. I was like, I'll join if you give me this much money. And they did, and they ended up doing that. They met me halfway. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I'll see how this goes until I get another job. And so I stuck with it until about like I got the job with the school, and I stuck with it for like the summer, you know, because I needed a job during the summer. So it's like, cool, I'll do this during like, you know, during the summer period, blah blah blah. And what ended up happening was that I gave my like 2 weeks notice saying, hey, I'm going to quit during this period of time. I'm starting my new job for school, blah, blah, I'm going back into teaching, blah, 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 blah. They said, okay, and then they fired me, like, 3 days later. So, that was fun. And I was like, are you kidding me when it happened? So, it was a little insane on that one. I like, there was like so much. Yeah, exactly. It's like I did what was right. Hi, Fuji. I saw you leveled up one, so I think that means happy birthday. Did you got a birthday? You got a birthday? Yeah, no, it was super horrible. So I sat there and I was like, I could see signs that the company was going to go a certain direction. Yes! Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I could see signs that the company was really, was going downhill, and, that they were doing some shady shit. It was funny because during that period of time, too, there was a girl that came out that, like, she literally, like, fucking, wrote a scathing email about the company, which was insanely funny. I was just like, this is funny as shit. Because it was at that point that I was leaving a secret. I only told, like, one other person that was also a teacher, and I told her, I said, yeah, I'm leaving, and I said, yeah, I'm leaving in, like, I was like, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice in, like, a week. And she was like, oh shit. And so it was crazy, though. I just sat there and I was like, yeah, like, when I saw that email, I was just like, oh, did you see the email? And she was like, oh, yeah, I did. So it was a little insane on that end. So they were already doing some cleanup, some nice PR cleanup there. And, like, they literally were making, like, they made a rule that nobody can go and talk in the DMs to each other after that, and I was just like, yeah, fuck that. Like, your coworkers cannot talk in DMs to you. I was like, that was literally one of the rules that they were trying to go and put into place. And I was just like, yeah, no. They were trying to go and do like, your let's go and be a quote unquote family and that kind of stuff. And I just said, yeah, no, you guys are no. And then they do that, and like, nah, no, you're full of bullshit. And so I sat there and I was just like, yeah, I can probably go and I can probably go and say what the company is now. It's Global Logic. Global Logic is sucky, so don't ever work for them. So yeah, if you get a recruitment from LinkedIn, don't work for them. Yeah, nah, exactly. I sat there like, nah. I can see the toxicity from here, and yeah, I was just happy that I could get out as quickly as I could on that end. Yeah, but it was a little insane-ish on that one. And yeah, they're like, yeah, you have to sign an NDA. They basically were like trying to get people to sign NDAs and shit too. And I'm like, nah, fam, I'm not signing no NDA. I was just like, nah. I'm not signing an NDA on this shit. So because I knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to do some PR stuff. Yeah. What NDA? What? Yeah, they were trying to get me to sign an NDA to go and not talk shit about their company. And I'm like, nah, fam, I'm not gonna do that. I ain't doing that shit. Because they had an issue with somebody on their email who totally exposed them, and they were all upset about it. Like, I was just like, oh, they're gonna be so butthurt about this when it happened. Like, even I knew that they were gonna be so butthurt about it, because it was all valid things. And then, like, I was actually thinking about doing it myself when they fired me. I was just like, nah. Yeah, it was so bad, guys. That was toxic. That was so toxic. And I like, yeah, I'm leaving. I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm leaving. I am going to much better places. I mean, if someone did what they were supposed to do, bad company. Exactly. It was such a bad company. And so, yeah, it was just like, no, they're telling the fucking truth. It's like, that's the thing. You know somebody's telling the fucking truth about something when they go and they reveal they go and they put out an email about an NDA shit. Like, you know that they're gonna reveal the fucking truth. Like, they're telling the fucking truth about it. Now, we had a disgruntled employee at my work, at my current job, about something. My principal never put out an email about it. She didn't perpetuate the drama. Which I was like, you know what? This could be a he said she should kind of situation when that happened. Like, old disgruntled employee, like, basically went and was like trying to email like after hours, that kind of thing. So I was just like, at that point, I'm like, I'm taking that with a grain of salt. But like the other one, I was like, nah, fam, this is definitely true. Like, this is actually fucking true. If they are going and like literally freaking out about somebody emailing in the company, and they're trying to go and say no one can email each other and blah 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 blah, yeah, we know that was fucking true. So yeah, it's like, you know, like, I know, and you know that's so fucking true, that like that was actually a true statement that they were doing. So I sat there and I was just like, I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of here as quickly as possible. And then that's when when I went and was just like, yeah, I ain't signing no NDA. I'm going to do my 2 weeks notice. Then they fired me because the 2 weeks, due to the 2 weeks notice thing. And I was just like, nah, fam, I am. And so I was pissed about that. I was like, you know, I was relying on that money to go and pay my rent, blah, blah, blah. Oh, thank you so much for the subby, Lizard. Thank you. I appreciate it. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. My goodness. I don't know why my thingy didn't come up. Oh my god, why did my alerts not come up? Why are my alerts not working? Holy fucking shit. Oh my goodness. I'm pissed about this. Let's see here. Browser. My alerts are not working. This makes alerts work exactly. Let's see here if this will work. It's really fucking weird right now. Anyway, thank you so much. I saw the thingy on there. Alerts work. I know. It's gonna probably work in like whenever. Hold up. I need to here. We are going to do the. We're gonna go and look over here and refresh these. Refresh. But that's yeah, I feel that for sure. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they're not working. I'm sorry. That's super weird. OBS, why are you be this way? So, but thank you so much for the subby. Holy crap. I don't know why this isn't working either. I don't know why that's not working either. Oh, and I don't know why my activity feed's not working. I don't know why anything is not working. Oh my god, there we go. It finally fucking works. Holy crap. Jesus Christ, now I can see everything. Oh my god. It's OBS, I get it, of course. Okay. Oh, it's just like, why are we doing this? Why we be this way? Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ, superstar. No, it's you know, I've dealt with shit. I've dealt with so much shit on here, on life in general. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's the alerts. The alerts are now working. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the hype train. Holy crap. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. We got hype train going. Yeah, alert works blew my effing ears off exactly. That's definitely for me. Ah! There we go. More biddies. There we go. Definitely more biddies. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Years of blurred faith in humanity restored. Exactly. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It's a fun time here. Thank you so much. Holy crap. I really appreciate the love and support. Holy crap. Thank you for the follow. OMGs. Now, the YouTube one might not work, but it'll happen. It be like that sometimes. Oh my goodness. 100 biddies. Yes. There we go. I don't know why this is not doing shit, but it, you know. We be like this sometimes. Subscribing! Yes. There we go. My YouTube is catching up. YouTube's just like, here we go. We're catching up here. We're catching up with all the stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh jeez. My YouTube is finally catching up, guys. Now I'm level 34 in real life. Nice. I'll be level 36 in a month, in 4 days. So, I'll tell you. Oh my goodness. I just hydrated. It's okay. No, I'll tell you, being older, and being a streamer, has not been bad. I started streaming quite a bit ago, actually. Like, I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries. I actually was supposed to be a Pisces. But I ended up going and becoming late. I was a late baby. So I'm an Aries. I'm a cusp baby. So basically yeah, I know the fishy is not a fish. The fishy is a ram. But I was actually supposed to be born, like, my due date was actually supposed to be March 15th. But I actually ended up becoming late. I was so late, my mom was, like, going into bars and playing pool, and everybody was picking on her. They're just like, oh, so when's that baby due? And my mom's just like, now. This was during, like, St. Patrick's Day. And so it was so funny. Like, my mom's just like, now. And then they were just like, oh my goodness. No, I'm a little bit older. I'm older, guys. I'm a hag. I'm a beautiful hag. VTuber. So, yeah, we hags are in demand. My mama was just like, yeah, it's like, this baby was supposed to be born like 2 days ago. And so they were all freaking out. They were like, oh no, you better not have this baby here. And my mom's just like, oh. But I was 11 days late. I was 11 days late. And so I actually did not want to come out. I was just like, nah, it's too cold here. It's way too cold here. And because my parents are living up in Pittsburgh at the time, I was like, nah, fam, too cold for me. I don't want to go and be here. And yeah, so yeah, supposed to be around the 3rd of March. Nice. Yeah, no, I was late. So I was cooked, like, literally cooked. I was a crispy baby when I came out. I also tried to go and choke myself when I came out too. So yeah, this was the try not to die challenge, and the try to die challenge, and I was totally trying for both my mom and I. Just letting you know. I'm still young. That's why I was supposed to be born a May baby too. I was born March 26th. So, yeah, it was sunny. It was nice and hot and sunny when I came out, and then the next day it started snowing. It was like, I came in. It was nice and sunny. I was like, it's 70 something degrees. It's a nice day, beautiful day. Let's do it. And then the next day, it was a blizzard. And so, yep, I was a blizzard baby after that. And so, yeah, my poor great-grandmother, she ended up taking the bus all the way from the north side of the city to the south side of the city by herself in a fucking blizzard. Because I was named after her. So that was fun. I took out a cord around my neck and it popped out. It wasn't too serious. No, I was serious. I was very serious on that one. They were actually ending. I actually ended up having the entire medical board in my room. It was it was a little insane. My dad was not able to go and be in the room with me when I was born. He had to wait outside because they were basically giving him documents. It's just like, yeah, so what do you want? What do you want if your wife dies? That's basically what he had to deal with when he was like 30 something. When he was like 30, and he was just like, oh shit, is that serious? And they're like, yeah, because he was like, you know, it was that bad. So. And 2 days before I was born, directly after surgery, my mom went to the hospital. Oh no. Yeah, my parents, it took them at least 5 years. Yeah, it really. Um, it actually took them at least 5 years to go and to go and conceive me. So they got to spend a lot of time together. There. Yeah, it turned dark really quickly. Yeah, but everybody turned out okay in the end. Apparently, my one uncle, somebody thinks that my uncle has 3 kids instead of 2. Um, because all of my cousins, we all look alike, and they brought my cousins to the hospital to see me as well. And I was in like ICU during that period of time. So, yeah, they got to the part. So the very one is fine. Everyone's fine. Exactly. Everyone was good. Everyone was fine. That was the good news about the entire story. Like, my mom was fine. She can never wear a bikini ever again. Yeah, she. But, you know, I normally during that time as well. I go and I see my mom and everything, and I'm just like, hey mom, I'm sorry for your bikini loss now. And she's just like, oh my god. I am like, and the thing is that because I'm like their only one left, like, when it comes to kids. My sister passed away when I was younger. Like, my dad was able to go and see my sister be born, that kind of stuff, so that was good. But, you know, like, everybody is good. So I go and I make it my thing that I go and I spend my birthday with my parents. It's just like one of those moments of I'll spend it with you guys. We'll go out to dinner, that sort of thing. Now it's time. My mom was, are you effing kidding me? My mom, they put her right to sleep. They were just like, nope, you're not gonna be around. You're not gonna go and see this. And they were just like put to sleep. And then they're like, and then like later on, they're just like, oh yeah, Bonnie's born. And then my mom's like, okay. And then she went back to sleep for like 2 days. I'm like, you know what? That's a mood. That is a mood right there. It is so funny. It's so funny. I'm just like, that's a mood. We had like the same kind of experience. Like, I know my mom's gonna be with me whenever I decide to go and have kids, you know. Like, I know, like, that's kind of the thing. It's like, whenever I decide to go and have kids, I know my mom's gonna be there for it. She's gonna be like, she's gonna be such a fucking troll to me, along with my boyfriend. It's gonna be like, they're just gonna be trolling. I'm gonna be like in so much pain, and then my mom's like, you know what? I was in labor with you for 2 days. Girl, you deserve this. I'm like, I'm like gonna be so pissed. I know it. But she's also gonna be there with me the entire time. Because I know that for a fact after my gallbladder surgery, she was there the entire time for it. It was, I literally, it was so funny. I just, like, with my gallbladder, I was blaming her. I was just like, Mom, you put me in the hospital. And my mom's like, oh my god. This was like, you put me in the hospital, you tried to kill me. And it was like, no more fried chicken for me. And then they were just laughing because I was just like, I was just being such an ass. I was being such an asshole about it. I was being that daughter. Again, and you can go through little wonders. Exactly. So that to say, we are definitely a I have definitely a close family. Especially from like things that were went bad in life. I have a very close family, and I'm just so lucky to have such a close family that is so supportive, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I talk with my kids all the time and stuff, and about like things like being LGBT. That sort like they ask me about being LGBT and stuff like that too, and and so I tell I'm like, my family was always very supportive of me, regardless. They were like, we love you no matter what. They also had gay friends, so they were just like, if you're LGBT, that's perfectly fine. That's like we love you and support you and all that kind of stuff. And so I know that so they know that I'm bi. It's what it is. I mostly go and look towards like when it comes to I normally go towards guys though anyways. And so but they'll be like, I'll be like, yeah, that girl is hot. It's like they'll ask me, is like, is that girl hot bunny? I'm like, yes. And so they're just like, okay. It's like we know. But they always were very supportive. I have a very excellent relationship with my family, and I'm just very lucky about that, to be honest, because I know a lot of people don't have that. And my family is just like, yeah, it's nothing but excellent on my end too, because man, yeah, I'll talk to you guys about my dad on here. As like, yeah, my dad right now is having some kidney issues, and my mom wants him to get his go to the doctor about it, because man, the kidney issue stuff is a little scary right now. She's hoping that it's not at stage 5 yet, but we're like, I've looked at her and I said, if it is, then we'll figure it out. It's all good. He's having kind of made me question my sexuality. Exactly. I mean, when I saw Kaya, I was just like, this man right here, he is definitely my man. So I couldn't care less if anybody thinks that it's about your character and your morals. Exactly. That's how I look at it too. That's how most of my family is. And I'll say it's the pragmatism. It's the pragmatism in my family. Definitely my fam is very pragmatic. When it comes to that, it's probably the German in us. It's the German part of us that is very much like, it's all about the character. And so we have a lot of that stuff in our family that we're like, yep. Yeah, it's all about morals. It really is. It really is in our family. There we go. And we have so many things are in our family anyways that we're just like, one of my cousins is already LGBT. We knew it. We knew it when he saturated around my grandfather's room in my cousin's boots. We're just like, yeah, you are LGBT. You are LGBT in some way. My grandma is just kind of mad at him right now though, because she's like, it's like, he's not gonna have grandkids, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, he's not having grandkids because he's got health issues. He doesn't want to give his health issues to his kids. So she's a little upset about that. But yeah, she wants great grandkids. A lot of great grandkids. And we're just like, you might not get those because we have like tons of people in our thing that health issues. It's just, it is what it is. So it's a thing. It's a thing that we're all dying on the inside. It's okay. But my fam, my mom and dad, they're just like, they're already like quote unquote cool aunt and uncle. Like literally all my family members, they come up to them and ask them for advice and stuff. Number one, also they are also probably the most stable relationship when it comes to like any kind of marriage relationship. So they're asking them constantly for marriage advice and stuff. So it's nice having a family that doesn't hate each other, mostly. Sometimes they do, but it's just the one aunt who is annoying as hell. And we all know, and we all have that aunt. You know that. You know that aunt that we all hate. It's okay. Okay, so let's see here. There we go. So, but other than that, like we have a pretty stable family. My grandma's actually, believe it or not, my grandma's actually in her 90s now. So that's pretty insane. I feel blessed and privileged that I'm not a divorced kid and I have a stable family. Exactly! That's how I feel too. That's honestly how I feel. I am in a normal, stable family, not a divorced kid, especially in the US. The US has a very, very much a high level of that. My family has always been very kind and also very, very good about that stuff. Let's see here. We're gonna erase that part. There we go. That's looking good so far. That's looking really good so far. Okay. And then I'm probably, so this is my line work, and we'll fix some of this, especially the hair part, but I want to add a folder. I missed a lot again, so I have to go again. Probably won't make it before the end of the shift, so we'll have a good one. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and you know you're working, so it's all good. Have a good one. Have a good one. Make sure that you make lots of money. Skin. Yeah, we're gonna pick our skin color. Is a-okay. That's what I tell people. I'm like, it's okay if you have other things that you're doing right now. Like, I get it. This is actually a very good work stream. It's starting to look really great. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying out some new stuff with this, actually. So, we'll see how this goes. I'll be devastated because I'm neurodivergent, so I've had challenge on my own. Exactly. Same here. I'm probably undiagnosed neurodivergent. I had so many issues when, you know, the death of my sister, that sort of thing, that they probably couldn't pinpoint me right. Not gonna lie. I was part of gifted programs, so AIG. For some people, there's gifted AIG, that sort of thing. Search was what it was called in where I was at. So we had that program going on, and yeah, we're all my friends and stuff. We're 99% sure everybody in that was neurodivergent, anyways. We're just like everyone's neurodivergent. It's that's what happens, and that's what happens with everything. Did I not put the time lapse on? I didn't put the time lapse on. I didn't put the time lapse on. No. Okay. It's gonna be color. It's gonna be a color time lapse. Okay. It's gonna be a color time lapse. Oh my god. No. No.
Emotional damage.
It really is emotional damage. It really is emotional damage. Rip, exactly. Rip a brony for sure. Holy shit. Holy shit. I didn't even realize it. I was like, y'all, I didn't even realize it. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. Oh god. I'm marking this in my stream part so I can go and remember. I can go and be like, what did I not do? Put the time-lapse recording on. So I could actually go and keep and make this into content, you know? You know? What the fuck, man? Oh my gosh. So now I just have my emotional damage moment. It's okay. It's okay. It sometimes be like that. It sometimes be like that. I'm erasing stuff out. I know. I know. It's just like I'm literally just like I'm so mad at myself on that. So mad. I'm just like, God damn it! Okay. So, if you're probably like wondering what I'm doing right here, I'm just gonna go and color in the portions that I know, and then I'm going to erase them out. I'm like, oh my god, that was so dumb of me. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass, guys, so it's okay. Oh, I knew there was something missing. I knew it. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Thank you for head pats. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm gonna do this. It's just like, I knew it. I am gonna go and like take parts of this and probably sculpt out some stuff. Don't criticize it. It'll still be good, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. I'm more mad because because I like to go and have this stuff for content. And like, oh, like I like having the speed paints for content. So easy to have content for it. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, there we go. We'll just do this. Yeah, sometimes you're just like, you're like, oh, I'm doing this for the you're like, oh, I'm adding all this stuff for content, blah 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 blah. And yeah. It's okay. Sometimes I have to go and be like, you guys like the final result, you know, sometimes. Sometimes. I am just gonna go and get some of the basic shapes done though. And the thing is with this is that I'm doing this and I'm trying to go and color in a different way and line in a different way. So if you see me erase some of these lines, which is a practice. You'd be like that. I was mad today too. I got booked for my birthday and mentally dead because voice of the book is yeah, exactly. I know it. There's something off right now. Like I will be the first one to tell you. I'm like, something about this week in particular. Something's been off. Like it just, there's, you know, you have like those off moments that you're just like, oh shit. So yeah, definitely I've had those moments this week. This week in particular. Okay. Let's see here. It's this one. Okay. I know, I'm like looking at basic shapes here. That's this hair right there. There we go. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I am like, oh my goodness. Just. Well, Monday's the start of a new week, so hopefully all of this weirdness will go away soon. Hopefully. I hope. I hope and pray to God. I don't need more emotional damage this week. I need answers, and I need, you know, I need answers this week. That's basically what I need. Cool. But really, how could you put invoice in a book that way? Exactly! I'd be mad for you. Yeah, especially because you guys in Germany and stuff, don't you have like the whole, like you have like a book thing, like you, like every book is like the same price, even online? I saw something about that on social media. It's either Germany or it's like Switzerland or something. It's really interesting. Especially because books there are like, I think books there are like more expensive. Yeah, more expensive because of that. Because I know in the US you could go and like go to a bookstore and then go like on Amazon and do that. But I think a lot of people, they'll go and support a local bookstore versus like Corporate bookstores? Old book from 1990. Ooh. Yeah, books here in Germany have a fixed price. Yeah, it was like really interesting. That whole entire thing I was watching, I was like, huh, did not know that. Yeah, in the US, they don't have a fixed price. They have, you can go shopping and stuff for it. So, like, at least, like, you could go if there's a, if the book is, like, way too expensive at, like, Barnes & Noble, which normally it is, you can go to, like, either a local bookstore. Yeah, bookshops, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I found that out, yeah. Yeah, because, yeah, I know most of the time if you go to, like, a local bookstore versus, like, a corporate bookstore here, the locals will actually be cheaper. So. Or you can go on Amazon where it's even more cheaper than those, but I like to support local anyways. Yeah, we have like we have chain bookstores, we have, you know, we have chain bookstores, but we also have like, you know, our local stuff, and I think more people, especially down here in the South, they're more willing to go and help support a local business. At least where I'm at. Let's see here. We're gonna clean up these. We'll do some cleanup on some of this stuff too. There we go. Here we go. We'll do some cleanup on this. So. I know, right? I am slowly but surely trying to go and do this. There we go, there we go. It's looking okay. Looking okay. I'm like slowly trying to sculpt this stuff out. Because if we sculpt it, it'll look better. There you go. There we go, there we go. And then I'll do some more sculpting too with this, as you'll notice. Because this is very sketchy right now. And I don't want to be that sketchy. Again, I'm trying to do like some coloring in a different way a little bit. I'm really like playing around with kind of like how I do certain things now. I'm kind of in like that weird growth, that weird growing phase right now when it comes to my art. Here we go. There we go, there we go. Have you seen my explanation? I asked for Google for fixed prices. Yes. Yeah, no, I saw that it was about the it was about the cultural asset stuff. Yeah. Cause yes, it is cultural assets. A lot of people like they go and they, you know, I know that Germany, you know, this was definitely back in the day, you know, they had like issues with that, but I know them bringing that back and bringing that as a thing is so important. So important. I know in the United States, like, the book banning shit really pisses me off. Because it's just like, Dad, have you not learned anything? Like, I literally look at people, I'm like, have you not learned anything about book bans and shit? So, here's me, who's just like, have you guys not learned anything? Have you guys just not learned any history? So, we do have people who are just like, oh, we need to ban this. And it's just like, no. You be dumb. You be dumb. So, I am... Also, I will say, I'm so excited. I love the Olympics right now. The Olympics has been one of my favorite things to watch and favorite things to look at right now. The freaking dog made me so excited. But also, the whole thing about the curling. The curling has been hilarious. Like, let's talk about how petty these curling guys are. That's been hilarious as hell. Also, I gotta ask you, Friedrich, what was with your outfits in the Olympics? Your outfits were, dude, your outfits were terrible. The dog was awesome. Yeah, your outfits were terrible. Germany's outfits, atrocious. I'm sorry. I gotta go and rag on you guys about your outfits. Like, what was that? What was that? Yeah, no, the dog was amazing though. Oh my god. I will not shut up about the dog. Like, don't ask me to shut up about the dog. The dog is hilarious because it is such a real thing to go and have your dog escape your kennel or your house and then just run in the Olympics. That is just such a dog thing. That's just a dog owner thing. And I would have been the same way as those dog owners. I would have been like, oh, my dog, it's like, oh yeah, our dog is fine. Our dog's in its kennel, all that kind of stuff. And then we, you know, see a dog. It's like, oh, that dog looks very familiar. Like, what's going on there? And then we would be like, oh shit, that's our dog. That would have been our reaction in our household. We would have been like, you know, that's fine. That's cool. Our dog is fine. You know, it's like he's just a little guy. All the outfit, the opening ceremonies outfit. The opening ceremonies outfit was atrocious for you guys. Like, what was that poncho? What was that poncho? I know. That was so relatable to dog owners. Exactly. It was like the most relatable moment ever in the Olympics. This is like, you know, and then dog was just so excited. Just so excited to run. Just like, we're running! It's like, I don't know what we're doing, but we run. It's like, oh my god. Me too. Me too, dog. Me too. So. Yeah, we love those moments. Those relatable ass moments. No, your opening ceremony's outfit was atrocious and terrible. I'm sorry. It was... I literally looked at it and went, what is this? What is Germany even doing? What is Germany even doing? Meanwhile, Jamaica. Jamaica had, like, some of the best outfits. Jamaica, they were vibing. Let's see here. I'm like going over here. I will tell you, American. Oh, you didn't see the opening ceremony? No, you guys had like ponchos on. You guys had like ponchos. Meanwhile, Americans, we look exactly the same as we always do with our Ralph Lauren. Always. And it's just like, why can't we get like another designer to go and help design outfits? Why do we always decide Ralph Lauren is the go-to choice? There's so many other new designers out there. I know, right? Like, why the Ralph Lauren? I know, I got opinions about this, you know? There we go. There we go, there we go. So many opinions about outfits in the Olympics. There we go. I'll tell you, China looked cute. Jamaica looked cute. Italy looked cute. Like, most people looked cute. France, I would also be like, why the spacesuits? France, why do you have spacesuits on? Yeah, Germany had like these weird poncho things. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I was very confused about them too. It's okay. There's many confusion. They look like they're wearing sleeping bags. Exactly! Oh my god! Like, really bad sleeping bags. I'm so glad that you think that. Yeah, France looks like they're in spacesuits. They look like they're gonna go up in SpaceX or something. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's see here. My hand is cramping. I can tell my hand's cramping. Yeah, we're gonna take a small break after I get this hair kind of situated. I'm going to probably do more with this portion when we get to it. There you go. There you go. But back to the dog, he is definitely weighing a good amount for being a good boy. Exactly! I love him. I love him. Such a good boy. They probably also, those poor skiers, were probably thinking that was like a wolf chasing them behind them, which was kind of hilarious. I'm just like, oh no. Like, think about it for a second. They're like going skiing, and then suddenly this wolf dog comes out and just starts like running with them. I would probably, I would have been like, oh no, there's some sort of, thing chasing me. It's like, oh no. But it's just a good boy. Very beautiful animal too. Yeah, exactly. He's just a good boy. I love it. I love puppy dogs anyway. So he's good dog. Good dog. I know. I would have been like the happiest person. I was like, y'all. I do not take. I would have been like the happiest girl if that dog was behind me. I would have been like, oh my god, the dog is running with us. There we go. Cool. So, yeah, one more time. Shit, I'm losing. I'm tired. Exactly, that would have been. Honestly, that would have been so relatable. That would have been so relatable. No. No. Let's see here. I might. Yeah, we're gonna do the clothes portion. Most of it's black. Yeah, we're gonna first do the black. No, like, I would have probably been the same way. I would have been like, oh my god, am I hallucinating? Seeing the dog behind me. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, I'm trying to see, like, where things are on here. There we go. And then... I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for me when it comes to coloring. There you go. Da, 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 da. There you go. And then... There we go. Up, 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 up. There we go, there we go. Thank you for the follow! Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why. The alert sounds are not working, but thank you for the follow! Oh my goodness. Appreciate. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're having a good day. All that good stuff. Hello! I hope you're doing great. We're just vibing today. We're just going and trying to draw some nice Kaya today. Get all that kind of good stuff going. Yeah, normally, I think I'm gonna leave my Sunday streams as like a drawing stream day, an art stream day again. I haven't been able to do a lot of these lately. Thank you. I haven't been able to do a lot of art lately, so I think having some time to go and carve out some art time for myself might be a good thing to do. Let's see here. I'm gonna carve this out. There we go. Yeah, I've been kind of busy lately. So it's been, you know, just some hard, you know, just some nice art time to myself. So we'll have some more art things going on here. Like, man, I haven't, you know, it's like, guys, it's been kind of rough on the art stuff lately, but it's looking way better. Looking way better. Okay. There we go. And I kind of go with my art and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna try to do some more stuff with it lately. Just because I have like a list of like art things I need to go and do. That's like one of the reasons why I'm trying to do all this stuff now. Just like, yeah, being tired could play mind tricks to you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, is my mind playing tricks to me? I'm like, hearing. Cool. Yeah. There we go. And I'm looking at that part right there too. I'm like, yeah, we gotta eyedropper that part and add that blue back in. There we go. The last frame line is the last frame line deleting itself in front of my eyes. I know, right? I feel it. I feel it, dudes. I've had moments where I've just literally looked at stuff and I was like, oh, why did I do that? And normally, like, I've been trying to do some more rough color stuff, for sure. Rough color, right there. And then I will go and, like, add the other stuff onto it. Oh. Loof. I can relate. Oh, it's deleting stuff. Holy shit, what's happening? Exactly. I've done that before where I've literally just, like, it's just like, oh, this is something that's going on. It's partially the neurodivergentness. It's partially just my brain just being like, yeah, you tired, girlfriend. You tired, girlfriend. So. It's looking pretty good, though. It could look a lot worse. That's why I was just like, oh, this could be a lot worse looking. There you go. Moving up here. Up here. Here, we're gonna Okay. Mm-hmm. There we go. So stressful as brain and consumption only presses. Yeah, exactly. Pressure. There we go. Cool. And I know a lot of people are like, oh. This is where I would stop with a sketch now, honestly, honestly, now with my new things, I would probably stop here and maybe do some other stuff with it. And do some gradient. Yeah, like that's feeling a lot warmer than what I want it to be, but that may be an issue. Because that feels a lot warmer than what I want it to be, so let me go in. Under pressure, exactly. Selection from layer, create a selection, and then we're going to do this as a lighter color. There we go. Paint bucket. Yeah, that was easy. Clothing, I can just do it like this. There you go. First time I've at Happy Feet 2. I know the film. Oh my gosh. Happy Feet. Oh my gosh. That's definitely a throwback, man. I know with me, my parents are huge like Queen and David Bowie fans anyways, so like I definitely got that when I was, when I was younger. I got my music education from them. There we go. That feels better. It felt a little too warm. So, getting that stuff going. And then if I wanted to go and add on to it, I could. Eye patch. Oh my god. It would be nice if I could spell today, guys. It'd be so nice, but spelling is hard. Spelling is very hard, guys. Well, it'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, I'm like debating on if I do a full sketch or if I do a little bit of a sketch. There we go. Why? Okay. I was wondering if somebody texted me. I was just like, it's like, what? How did you like the Happy Feet franchise? So I only got to watch the first one. I only really got to watch the first one. When the second one came out, I kind of grew out of it. So I know I was like one of those people. I was like, eee. So I didn't really get to watch the second one. The first one was great though. First one loved. Second one I kind of like heard it was not that great, and so I kind of was like, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. So that's kind of like where I went with that. But first one, great, fantastic. So yeah, I was, as one of those kids, I was like, oh. But I also did like a lot of like, I definitely was like watching more anime and stuff. I watched more anime. So let's see here. Skin, I'm gonna have this as base features. Okay. I was too old for the second one too, but I definitely, yeah. I mean, it like, I know a lot of people, like, what happens is that they have younger siblings. And I didn't have a younger siblings to go and be like, okay, I'm gonna go watch, like, things like, you know, like Happy Feet and that kind of thing. So a lot of people, like, I got to miss out on a lot of that kind of stuff. My favorite anime, of all time is definitely Gurren Lagann. Definitely Gurren Lagann. I am a huge mecha fan. I'm a huge mecha fan. So, I love mecha. Happy Feet so many times I could speak the dial. I love like some of the stuff there. Like, I liked the music in the first one for sure. Yeah, I'm a huge mecha fan though. Yeah, it's I know a lot of people, a lot of my kids are trying to get me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. But I am a huge, just like, I love, like, robots. I love robots. So it is, I watch a lot of, I have watched a lot of, that kind of stuff. Yes, watch JJK. Yeah, all my kids are trying to get me to watch it. They're just like, you need to watch JJK, and I'm just like, oh, okay. They're like so aggressive about it too. I'm like, oh no. My favorite one that I have watched lately actually has been Apothecary Diaries. So I've been watching. I am really excited about that one and watching more of it. I also love My Dress Up Darling because literally I lived that cosplay life for a long time. So it's very reminiscent to all the stuff. But Gurren Lagann is probably my absolute favorite one because of just that was what got me back into anime. That's what got me back into anime, folks. I was actually I actually took like a major break, not like a major break from it, but I took like a break from anime when I was in high school because I had a lot of school stuff to go focus on. I was like in band, I was doing like a lot of that kind of stuff too. And My Dress Up Darling, I know, right? I know, and so I was dealing with a lot of that stuff, like band and a lot of band. Not gonna lie, band was my life for a bit. I was in marching and in regular band, and I was like really funky. I love Your Lie in April. So Your Lie in April, I can tell you some really cool facts about it because I actually ended up my boyfriend and I, when we did when we were part of the anime convention scene, we did a lot of stuff with the with like different companies and stuff. So one of the things that we ended up doing was I was a cosplayer, and I actually ended up going and meeting the creators, the director and his wife. His wife is the art director. So it was like a fun experience to go and have that experience with that. They were just so nice, so nice. Just like the nicest people ever, not gonna lie. And it was just such a good experience to have with them. Yeah, I got to go and be like a guest liaison and stuff for when they did that Nights of Magic. Okay. I am a huge just fan of mecha in general. Another one that gives us nice feels is actually Iron Blooded Orphans Gundam. So we have like a good experience there for sure. We did a lot with that fandom too. So yeah, fandoms really make or break our experience too. So we're like, oh my gosh, he looks so hot. Yeah, we're just like, we just have a lot of good experiences with the like cosplaying and that kind of stuff. So we are definitely those people. And yeah, we had, okay, I'm just gonna do the shading, basic shading on it. I also like Erase. Erase is fantastic. We also had a good time with those creators too. Yeah, we kind of lost everything after like the pandemic. We're just like, nah, we're not gonna. Number one, pandemic like fucked me up like when it came to my health. So I haven't been to a convention since like before pandemic. But I also started focusing a lot more on other things. So, and that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens, so. There we go. When my mom and after I watched Alone, oh, nice. Nice. My parents, they don't watch much anime. The only thing I got them to, like, ever got my parents to actually watch anime-wise is actually House Moving Castle. And that was probably a good entry point for them, actually, because, you're like, it's right, I call them, yes, I understand that completely. I did that too. When it came to, there was another one that was, Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden, there's an episode that literally broke my damn heart that I just sat there. I literally was just like, I'm calling people. I'm just like, this thing broke my heart. I am so upset right now. It was insane. There's episodes like that I tell my boyfriend not to watch because it would just destroy him, because he also had he's had parental loss already. So I'm just like, I look at him and I'm just like, yeah, this will destroy you. Don't watch it, please. So, oh, there we go. There we go. I'm like, we'll just do a blending. Oh, no. We're gonna. Yeah, I tell people, I know, like, certain things will go and just break them, and I'm like, no, don't watch it, please. Like, I love you, but Letters to the Daughter, yeah, it was the Letters to the Daughter. It was definitely the Letters to the Daughter episode. I was so, that destroyed me. That destroyed me. I was, when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is hard. This is hard. because yeah, his mom passed away from cancer, and so anybody who's dealt with a parental loss could go and definitely deal with that. Like, they could understand that episode. Even people who haven't dealt with parental loss can deal with that, can understand that episode too. But yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I kind of like one of those people who go and like, let me go and look at this before you watch it. Especially if I know it's gonna be a tough episode. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. Oh god. Oh god, he looks so hot. I'm just playing right now. I'm just adding some stuff to just add at this point. I'm just doing this as a sketch, so there you go. Yeah, you're lying in for like his mother. Holy shit, right in the fields. Exactly. Exactly. We had such a, like, yeah, that one was so hard. Because yeah, it was basically tiger momming at its finest. But we definitely are like, we understand more so now. Okay, so we're gonna add some blush to him. Actually, we're gonna use the selection. I am doing this a little bit differently. I'm just... There you go. We're gonna... And then... No. Okay, that looks good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say, I love the eyes, good fucking job. And exactly, it's getting there. It's getting there. That's why I'm like, oh, it's good. You're looking good, guys. Like, I'm just like over here, just like, oh, could be a lot worse, you know? I'm just like, oh. Yeah, and this is just gonna be a sketch too. I'm not even doing like a lot of like major stuff with it. So actually, because of this, I'm going to add another layer. We're gonna do it this way. This is so cool, thank you. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely look at this and I'm like, okay, let's go and like make these portions stand out a bit. And could be how my real art is. I mean, this is like my color version of sketches. I am trying to... I know my Himari one that I put on Instagram is more of a real one, but I am trying to do some more... I am learning some more techniques and stuff. So that's kind of like one of the things, like, you, as an artist, I learn more techniques and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, this is the... It's like, I go and I pick up stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to go and use this. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I'm just going to do the shadows. That's why I'm just like saying that this is just a sketch, because it just wanted to make it just the shadows. There we go. Okay. Just a little because of attention span. I know, right? We multiply that. So, yeah. As you see, the multiplying helps. It's like one of those things, like, I just sat there and I'm just like, let's multiply some of this shit. There we go. It's the rendering. It's the rendering stuff that, you know. I know a lot more people can render a lot more, and I'm just like, I'm not rendering a lot more on this. I'm just, even though I do like how this is looking, I would probably continue with this if I had like, if I wasn't doing this as just a sketch. There we go. And I'm just going up the line here. I'm just like, the oof. Multiplied. Yeah. And I'm just like, over here. There you go. There we go, there we go. I know, it's like, again, I like surprise a lot of people when it comes to like this. I'm just like, yeah, I'm trying to do some more different things too. Like having some different options, especially when it comes to commissions and stuff. Like, what would be like worth, like what would, you know, how would this be, like how much would this be worth, blah 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 blah. So if you're seeing that too from me, that's something that I'm also working on as well as time goes on. So why is becoming a VTuber so hard? I mean, I started with going and doing like my own stuff. Like I started with just like little things. I actually made mine myself because I was so broke that I was just like, I can't do this. There's so many new options now though. There's so many options for people now as VTubers to go and actually like get like other things together for it, that it's just like there's like remade models and stuff that are just so nice now. Because I know that was a thing that didn't exist when I started VTubing. I was very much screwed on that end. I was so screwed on that end. So much better now. It's such a better process now that I like it. It's so much easier. I definitely will say I did not have an easy time when I started, but since there's so many people now that do VTube, that it's a better process in general. Okay, let's see here. Nope. I guess that's clothing? No. That's not floof. Okay, I guess that's not floof. Oh, am I on eraser? Not on pen? Yeah, I was not on pen. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, I can't upload it on VC face, it's just so confusing. Yeah, I actually use VTuber Studio for my stuff. It's just easier for me. But like again, that's up to you on like which one that you want to use. Like I use VTuber Studio because there's like a lot more tutorials and stuff out there when it came out for me. Um again though, like it's definitely about how accessible it is. Yeah, VTuber Studio is more accessible for me. So I utilized that versus anything like VC Face and that kind of stuff. I want to go and try to do Vitamins because Vitamins is another platform that will go and help with uploading VTuber stuff. And it does the thing that it does the mouth moving matching and that sort of thing. And I actually been experimenting with that. I have a VTuber model that's ready to go to do that. I'm just kind of waiting on like the right time to go and really kind of put that together and do a little debut and stuff. So it may be sometime this summer. I don't know yet. IDK yet. But I'll figure it out. There we go. It's looking good. Okay. We're gonna selection. Yeah, so like if I go and I'm like, I have no idea. To drink it, I can't sleep. Oh my god, it's giving me so much good tea. I know. I feel the tea. I feel that. I understand that feeling, especially when it comes to like, you're going and you're about to go to sleep and you're like, oh, I need to go and cut down on my caffeine. Definitely, I feel this. There we go. There we go. And then we're just gonna do some shadows. We're just gonna do shadows on this. Yeah, I've had that problem, especially when it comes to like, I have like little things I want to go and like do at night, and I'm like, oh, I need to go and cut down on my caffeine. Especially when it comes to like, need to go to sleep early. I'm like, yeah, I need to cut down on my caffeine. Let's see here. Oh, from a Imperial Japanese court? That's really cool. That's really cool, actually. I just have my little tea that I got from... So, I got a little obsessed with tea making on there's a website that you can go onto. It's called, Adagio tea. I got a little obsessed with making stuff on there. It's like fandom teas and stuff. And so I actually ended up with that, and I'm like, oh, I have a lot of those. And so I'm like, oh, it's my favorite. It's my fave. Okay, there we go. Actually, I need to go and add a different layer to that one. Up, 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 up. There you go. Yeah, I got a little obsessed with it when I was in college and stuff. Like, it ended up becoming that I ended up going viral a little bit with it. I was just like, oops. A lot of the Love Live voice actors started buying them, and I was like, oh, oops. Oops, I'm famous. But I would make them like things that I would drink, because I would just like, yeah, it's like, would I drink this? Yes, no. So it was a thing. Okay, let me see. Let me go and lighten up. There you go. Cool. Is there a Americans, sir? Oh, you can put it on my photos area. You can put it on my photos area. That'd be awesome. That'd be fine. In photos, that'd be fine. Let's see here. Let's see here. Going to add it. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring that down. There you go. So that doesn't look too bad. Especially for like a sketch. Yeah, tea temperature. Good tea temperature. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna... Oh. Says glorious, exactly. And then I can just bring up that one. And then... Million. There we go. We're gonna... And then... We're gonna... Very high quality tea too. Awesome. We are... There we go. And then highlight. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. I'm liking it. I think we have Kaya all set. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. It is definitely a, you know, I've been doing this for quite a bit, and so it's kind of like, oh my goodness, thank you for the subby! Holy crap! Here we go, we got this. Thank you for the subby!
Yeah, the shiny golden side.
Oh my goodness.
Let your inner spark ignite. Find your treasure, a growing bright. Reach out for it and take a flight. Lucky you're not a list, you tried. Chin up, and yourself confined. No doubt, face on your side, you're chosen. So enjoy the ride. There are things you can control. Fortune's Pico, that's his role. Embrace the result, stop keeping score. That's the
Fujiwara Friedrich gifted a tier 1 sub to the underscore designer 01. They have given 7 gift subs in the channel.
I actually need to go and do something, probably next stream. I'm gonna write this down. I have a little note. I normally have like little notepad and stuff next to me. Where's my notepad? OMGs. Gift Salure says a real banger. I like it. Yes. Yes. Okay. There's my notepad. Oh my god. I have my notepad like all the way on the other side because I'm doing my taxes right now. I know, my lovely taxes, so I need to make a sticky note. Sticky note for so there's a like a little thing I'm doing. If you give me more than 5 subs, like more 5 gift subs, I'm gonna have like a little sticky note. So I'm doing that now, like as a prize. So yeah, he looks great. He looks fantastic. I'm like, look at this man. He makes me happy. Makes me happy. And this is the color that I totally effed up on, you know? There we go. There we go. I'm trying to get this. Taxes and Journey Authority don't fuck with this tax office. Exactly. Exactly. I gotta do my taxes. Most of it is actually just doing my, I honestly just need to go and just check over it. I just need to go and check over it, to be honest. But, and then I can go and submit it, because I didn't get a form from Twitch. I didn't get, like, because I didn't make enough money last year. But that's because I was sick. So, yeah, I was sick a lot. So, let me see. I'm looking on Discord right now real quick. Oh, that's so pretty! That's so pretty! Holy shit! I'm gonna have like little tea. Yeah, definitely. I'm like looking at this right now. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go and number one, I'm sending Ari Kaya, because Ari was the one, she gifted me like 2 games. I was like, holy shit. I was like, holy shit, you gifted me like 2 games, girl. And so like so, and she was like, I did, or they were like, yeah, I didn't, like, it's nothing, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I gotta go and do this. I gotta go and do this. So sometimes you'll just see me just do random stuff for I made one of your men. and then I go and I'll go and post it on here too. On poster art. So sometimes you'll see I have a whole poster art area sketch I need on stream. Okay, there we go. I'm doing all my administrative stuff. Yeah, administrative stuff happens here. It be like that sometimes, guys. I really am thinking during the summer I'm probably gonna have a co-working stream. It's just like one of those things, like I will have a co-working stream for you guys, like, to do. Because I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of my, I'm gonna be doing some more stuff there for, oh my gosh, what is it called? My licensure. So, I've been really good about it, actually, but you never know. You never know. So, I'm gonna put this up here. I'm gonna add this down to not the VTuber content, but is... Where's my... Oh, there's the art content. Okay. I was like, where's my art content? Art content... Color, speed, paint, fire. And I'm gonna say, but I was a dummy and did not do the full one because I did not do, I did not record this until the sketch was done and I base colored the skin. That was pretty bad though. I like how you have like notes in there and just like, yeah, I was a dumbass. Let me say that just in case like my content goes in, like I'm just like looking at stuff and I'm like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It's like, and then I have a crash out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the crash out in here too. Yeah, I'll do the stream clip. There's a stream clip there. Monthly check-in. I know. Gonna find where I had my crash out. Stream clip for 222. The crash out. I know, this is bad. This is bad when I'm like duplicating things, all that kind of stuff. I have a Notion, that's what's going on here. So I use Notion to go and kind of organize my content. Where did it go? Oh my god. I don't know where my thing went. It like disappeared on me. Holy shit. Oh, there it is. I was just like, where did it go? I don't know where it went. The art stream crash out. 222. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I gotta find, I gotta do also when I am off here, after I make dinner and stuff, of course, I am probably gonna have to go and work on my stuff. Let me see. This one might be a D&D day. D&D at 6 p.m. Yes. I'm like, I gotta go and like make like little notes to myself. It's just like, what are we doing today? What are we doing today? Yeah, my release schedule might come out after this stream too, because it's actually pretty easy. It's actually probably a pretty easy release right now. Because my boyfriend, he's working on other things. I have the 2 Pokemon ones done. My first 2 Pokemon ones done. Oh! 0. I have my first 2 Pokemon ones done. So that's helpful. And then I have like the 3rd one filmed. And then I gotta do my monthly check-in and my Windrise filming. Yeah. after this. But yeah, first one, my first building, my Dragonspine one is going to be up soon. That one is Windrise, which I need to go and work on. My check-in I gotta do. And then I have another one, and then, yeah, it's just, I've been doing a lot of the little things for everything, just kind of keeping up with things. I have, like, a really cute, like, Pokemon one soon. This one's gonna be Child. So, yeah, I have, like, a really cute Pokemon thing going on right now. So you're gonna probably get more and more stuff from me, which is even more awesome. But yeah, we are very excited about this. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming. Holy shit. Yeah, the Pokemon ones are really cute so far. I'm really excited about those. Let's see here. Let me look to see who's on, because I like to do a raid at the end. Area is pretty cool. Actually, Area is actually German. It's from Germany. So let me see what they're doing right now. I like looking to see what they're doing. Oh, they play in DBD. So yeah, Area's pretty cool. Yes. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys. They're doing like a little collab, so I'll see you guys. Have a good one. We're gonna raid out. Stick for the raid. And yeah, I will see you guys. Next stream will probably be Saturday at 8 p.m. EST, because I'm an East Coaster. So yeah, let me go and hit the button. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you guys so much. Stick for the raid, all that kind of good stuff. Night night. I gotta go and make food. Gotta make food.